That you could preserve eggs. Yes, raw eggs, just like this. They can be preserved, and I'm going to show you how today. It's actually called water glassing. I just learned about it this last couple of months, and I have been preserving my eggs, and I'm going to show you the whole process. Now, I want to give you a disclaimer. I personally have not kept eggs for 18 months to 2 years because I just learned about it, but I have read from other sites, homesteader sites and things like that. And the difference in your egg is, after you follow the instructions that I give you, when you go to use your raw egg, it's going to be a little bit more liquidy. It's not going to be as thick inside, but it otherwise is the same. So I will give you the steps. Number one, you have to have some eggs, and they have to be fresh. So you see I have the chickens back here. If you don't have chickens, find somebody that does and ask them to do this for you. You may bring, you're going to have a bucket of a certain liquid. I'm going to show you what that is, but they have to be fresh eggs. Like this egg here, I just today took it out of the nest, and I'm going to actually go into the house, put it right into the liquid. I'm going to show you what that liquid solution is, but since we're outside right now, I'm going to show you which eggs you can put in and which ones not to. Now this one here, I just took it out of a nest, and you can see pretty much that's just a piece of hay on there. You want eggs that are fresh and there's nothing on them. And then you might say, well, what would be on the egg? Sometimes our little friends get a little bit of poop on the egg, or, you know, mud if it's muddy out, and you don't want to clean them off and put them in. Do not use those eggs. The important thing is to keep the seal that's on the egg. There's like an invisible protective coating on these eggshells. That's why a lot of times you can keep these eggs out on a counter for like 30 days and still use them, because they have that coating. If you break the coating, then you can't preserve them. So what I do is I just take the eggs that are nice and clean, no markings. Like I said, the piece of straw, you can knock it off, and I place them into the solution. The other eggs are the eggs that I just put in another bucket, and those are the eggs that we're eating now. All right, let's go pick some eggs, and then I'll show you all the steps. I have 3 different places that my chickens lay their eggs, and we're not picking them, we're gathering them. Sorry for that, not using the right terminology. But this is inside the barn. I just put a little plastic bin here, put a little curtain up, and I try to keep the straw fresh. And those are beautiful, fresh eggs. Look how none of them have anything on them. Today is good. Usually if it's raining, it's really hard for me to get eggs that don't have mud all over them, but these are beautiful. And that, you know, that one little spot, sometimes if you can, you know, rub it off with your thumb. I might not use that one because there is a mark right there, just because I get a lot of eggs, a good 12 to 15 a day. So I can, you know, we want to eat them today. Here, this one's perfect. This one here is just perfect. There's nothing. And that's an egg that I'm going to put into the solution. Now, how many chickens do I have? I've had people ask me that. I have 19 hens and 1 rooster, and from that flock, I get roughly 12 to 16 eggs a day. That's pretty good. If you're getting 50%, you're doing well. And I don't know why. This year has been really, really good. Typically, I would only get like 6 to 8 with a flock that size. Now, one of the things I've been doing to keep my flock fresh, I'm going to bring you over here, let you just look at the chickens while I'm talking. One of the things I do to keep my flock fresh is I will add 25 new chicks every year. I'll hatch them out, or I will buy them from a local hatchery, grow them for 6 months until they're layers, and then I keep 5 and I'll sell 20. So I'll just get on Craigslist and I'll sell 20 laying hens, and depending on the supply and demand, I've gotten anywhere from $15 to $30 a hen. Obviously during COVID, everybody wanted hens. They had nothing better to do, so they were all wanting to become chicken farmers, and I was getting $30. So it just depends. But that way, every year I add 5 new hens to my flock, and that has kept my egg production pretty high. Now this year we had a little incident happen. I came outside and I found a chick running around all by itself, and I caught it. I put it up here in my coop, and it was all by itself. One of the hens must have hatched out one of her eggs, and I could not for the life of me figure out which one was the mother. Usually she'll follow it and keep it and tuck it under her wing, and I didn't want it to be out there by itself, so I put it up here in the coop where I keep my little chicks when I raise them. And I went to Tractor Supply and I just bought a few more, and you can see them back there in the corner there. Here's my second place that I get eggs, and as you can see, I have 5 beautiful ones in here. I do have some Aracanas that lay blue eggs, so that's what you see there. And every time I come in here to collect, my little hens are out here waiting for me. They know that I'm going to throw them some feed. They're right here waiting, and there they go. Feed them and they will come. All right, and I'll show you my third place. This is my third place. This is actually on the side of the coop. My husband made a little door here, and we have a hen in here. She is my silver wyandotte. I don't know if we're going to be able to get her to come out, or I might have to put my hand under there and grab her. Ooh, there, she left us 3. Look at that, 3 more. And again, nice and clean. It's dry out right now, so nice clean eggs. Looks like we have 14 eggs in there, so all of them look pretty clean. I bet I get at least a dozen that I can put into my bucket. And let's go bring them into the house, and I'll show you how I put them into the bucket for prepping. All right, I have my bucket of eggs, I have my bucket of solution, and actually what's in the solution is 1 quart of water mixed with 1 ounce of pickling lime. So that's your solution mixture. I'll write that down for you. You'll have to do the math depending on the size of your bucket. But notice I didn't fill the bucket to the top because I'm going to be putting 5 dozen eggs in here over the course of this week. Let's pick an egg. I'm going to pick that blue one first. And it is perfect. There's no markings. And I just kind of drop it in very gently. And there you go. And each time, pick up each egg and check them. This one does have a mark. See that? I'm not going to use that because I'd have to wash it off and then I'm going to break that seal. It's not worth taking a chance. That's all you do. Now, after you're finished, pickling lime is not something you want to get in your eyes or anything, so make sure you wash your hands. And where the hell do you get pickling lime, you may ask? I have a link below where you can buy your pickling lime. You may be able to get it at a local general store, I'm not sure, but there is a link below and you can get it there. And thanks for supporting me. Enjoy. If you're prepping, that is something new that I've learned. I'm going to go ahead and prep some and check it out. We never know what's going to happen, right? Even if you get an abundance, you'll have some to share with other people if the time comes to that. All right, thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, learn about the Amish, simple way of life, how to prep, and you know, just live a good life, good simple life. Have a blessed day, and thanks again.